If you watch enough anime, you know the golden rules. The blue-haired girl always loses the love triangle. No, that's too generic of an opener. The childhood best friend trope will always lose against the new transfer student. Nope, there are bound to be 50 videos saying the same thing. How about this? Sometimes the best girl is... that joke is overused. Love is dead. Nah. Makeine 2 Losing Heroines is the best anime of summer 2024, and here's why. Can't go wrong with the classic. If it's not broke, don't fix it. My favorite genre in all of anime is slice of life because we tend to get such character-focused stories, expressive personalities, and impactful messages that make storytelling so worth it. So when a new slice of life rom-com hits the market, you know my weeb ass is gonna be first in line. Originally a light novel written by Takebi Amemori and illustrated by Imigimiru. Wait a minute, hold on, I've heard that name somewhere before. Hell yeah, baby, Licorice Recoil! I love Licorice Recoil. More on that here. But what makes Makeine so special? Well, it starts at the end of the journey. Haha, I am never beating the freedom supremacy allegations. And I'm fine with that. Makeine follows Nuku, a light novel reader. You just know he thinks he's better than everyone else. Who just so happens to witness the end of another rom-com after school. Yeah, he has a front row seat to the good old final episode where the secondary love interest tells the main protagonist that she loves him, but he needs to go after the main girl because he truly loves her instead. You've been here before. After discovering that, Nuku witnesses her most down bad moment, and Anayanami goes over to explain her side of the story, forcing Nuku to buy her a meal for her broken heart, and thus sparking a budding friendship between the two as they discover what life is like after the anime rom-com credits begin to roll. But Ana is not the only losing heroine in the show, and the two find themselves in the middle of several love triangles, hence the title. And the best thing about this show is that we're following a main character who's not really a main character. This anime is a little meta if you couldn't tell. A commentary that pokes the question of what happens to the girl that loses the love triangle after our protagonist goes to follow his heart. In any other anime, one of these heartbreakers would have been the main character, yet the anime tends to focus on Nuku, the obvious side character who has no reason to be there in the first place. Giving the anime an outside perspective on the love stories we're used to. And boy does this show use that to its fullest extent. This anime is all about breaking tropes, giving the show such a blast of fresh air. Life doesn't just end after the confession. Save that for the fairy tales. And those with a broken heart must move on. So how exactly does this show do it? Well, with as little spoilers as possible, aren't y'all lucky to have me, it does it through character writing. Let's look at our 3 main losers. First up on the L block is Chika, who is trapped in a senpai notice me type of drama, or as Ana likes to put it, childhood friend versus homewrecker. At first, it seems that Chika is very shy and antisocial, much like our favorite pink-haired rock star. But through conversation with Nuku, we learn that's not the entire case. Chika is more eccentric than anything else. It's not that she doesn't express herself, it's more that she has a different way of going about it. The girl's a degenerate. She's one of us. If you ask me, Chika's uncomfortability doesn't really come from people not accepting her, but more so she just likes her personal space. And when someone enters it, she enters fight or flight mode. Because when Chika does have the chance to express herself, she does every single time. Whether that be through her phone screen, screaming her feelings out in embarrassment, or her favorite, teasing Nuku. Chika's character is the story breaking the mold of the shy anime girl trope, showing us that deep down there was also a degenerate. That sounded way more hopeful in my head. Hey, excuse me, we don't have a more inspirational way of saying that? Deep down, we're all degenerates. Nope, cut it, move on. Next, on the Biggest Loser anime version, we have Lemon, our tomboy archetype. She's energetic, athletic, only calls people by made-up nicknames. You know her type, you've been here before. But do you? Typically, characters like Lemon are supposed to be the airhead of the group, played off for comedic laughs. But Makeine uses its meta powers once again to break the mold, and we find out Lemon is actually the most intuitive person in the series. She is vastly articulate and more in tune with her emotions than anyone else in the literature club. Hold on, did I mention that our characters are in the literature club together? Yeah, well, now you know. This leads to Lemon accidentally at times being too open with her feelings, which may or may not cause drama with her dense childhood friend who she has a crush on, but... Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Lemon's relationship with our protagonist is basically Nuku being a listening ear. He doesn't really do anything for her besides hear her out, again breaking the mold of the protagonist saving the day trope and showing us more of Lemon's emotional intelligence because she doesn't need him to do anything. She's got it. Lemon's charm is how she goes about her problems. In episode 7, she makes a star triangle analogy representing her current love triangle situation. And if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it because it's only 2 lines and said so casually. A prime example of this show's stellar writing and Lemon's way with words that shows us when it comes to having a broken heart, this girl knows how to navigate through the pain. This is such a refreshing watch because it's an example of how to write drama without making your characters act stupid, like so many other anime tend to do. Lemon's arc this season is so well done. And finally, we reach the best girl of the season, the biggest loser, arguably the best girl of the year, love triangle extraordinaire, and the epitome of childhood best friend, the blue-haired menace herself, Ana Yanami. Ana is a lot. And that's exactly why I love her. She can be mature one moment and a pouty brat the next, but more so than anything, Ana breaks the mold of the graceful loser. The blue-haired childhood best friend trope is as old as time, and most of the time when they lose, they are either shoved onto another guy or gracefully take the L like a champ, letting their fans scream about it in their place. Not Ana. She doesn't do anything devious like try to steal her crush back, but she does make it very clear to us and Nuku that she is not okay at all with the situation. This calorie-consuming gremlin, there is an official account tracking her calories on Twitter. I'm not lying. This is real. Is very sneaky. She posts on social media insinuating she's dating someone else to get people off her back. She is more than willing to butt into others' issues, as shown when she stalked Lemon. It's a long story. Go watch the show. And her way of paying Nuku back is making him lunch every day, and she starts off with a bento-sized block of rice. I'd eat it. She even at one point confronts her protag-kun, not protag-kun crush to not just shove her feelings onto someone else, that her feelings aren't that easy to discard. Ana is best girl because she is the core of what makes this series so special, a look into the mind of the losing heroine, instead of just writing them off as a plot device that served their time. Her character is a testament to all losing heroines that their feelings matter too, reciprocated or not, that she is more than just her broken heart and there is life after rejection. Honestly, Ana's eccentric personality alone makes this show worth watching, and if you can't tell, she is my favorite character. But it's not just these girls. This show is full of character archetypes breaking the mold. The nice girl has a secret tracker on her boyfriend. These guys are way past the hand-holding phase, if you know what I mean. And the teachers, staff members, and student council are not what you expect. But I want to stop beating around the bush. As you can see, I've been mentioning him slightly in each section. The protagonist, who's not really a protagonist, Nuku. The reason why I say Nuku is the protagonist without being the protagonist is because he said it himself. This isn't the role of a background character, but she doesn't have a lead character to chase after her. Nuku, only second to Ana, is the biggest trope-breaking character in this series because he does nothing your typical protagonist would do. He doesn't save the day, he doesn't encourage anyone to be better, and he definitely isn't making anyone fall for him anytime soon. In any other anime, this would have easily been a harem show. One guy, multiple girls. The anime gods basically set him up, and yet, it's not. He's more of an observer than an active character. Nuku has fallen into the role that most anime protagonists in his situation easily get out of without even knowing. The friend zone. And contrary to popular belief, this is actually the charm of the show. Because no, Nuku can't do some grand gesture to ease their pain, and he can't give them the good old talk no jutsu, but what he can do is simply be there. Hear them out, relate to their struggles, and when no one else will run after them, he will. Because after heartbreak, what you need is not another person to fall in love with, but a friend who can support you. And it's funny because Nuku doesn't even realize he's making friends, because to him, all of this is just natural. And the moment he does, he puts on this big confession scene to Ana, not to ask her out, but to ask her to be his friend. It's another refreshing play on tropes that this show is just so damn good at. But you didn't really think we weren't going to get a single ship out of this show. No, this show is not a harem, but it is trying to fool us into thinking it's not a rom-com.
It doesn't take much brain power to realize that Anna and Nuku are the flagship relationship of this show. Considering the fact that they started out, are quickly becoming good friends, everyone already thinks they're together, and they're clearly forming a deeper bond. However, there's a catch. At this point in the show, and probably the entire first season, I genuinely think that neither has romantic feelings for the other, and they really are just friends. Yes, everyone thinks they're together, but the way the two deny it isn't your typical anime blushing no, but a genuine response, and this happens almost every episode. Now, most fans would interpret this as the show telling you multiple times it's not going in that direction, but I see it a little differently. Color me a hopeless romantic, but I think we're in for a slow burn with this one, as these two build a genuine friendship first, and then take it a little step further down the road. Neither are in a place to fall in love, nor do they need more drama. Anna is still very much into her childhood friend, and Nuku is having a hard time realizing what friendship is, let alone romantic feelings. Their denial of a romantic bond is genuine. For now, because what we are watching is a long-term relationship form in real time. Another trope being broken, as most romantic anime make it very clear that their main couple at least is feeling something romantic at the start. To go from strangers to non-romantic friends to romance is something we rarely see in the genre, and Makeine is hiding its biggest trope-breaking aspect behind its slow burn approach. And hey, I could be wrong. They could stay legit friends through it all, and I wouldn't be mad at that, because the message still stands, if not driven home harder, with that conclusion. But we'll see. I think I love Makeine because it reminds me of a more comedic version of Oregairu. It's a show with expressive characters and relationships, incredible comedic timing, heartfelt moments, and gorgeous artwork and animation that really shows the love put into it. Makeine is special because the show is called Losing Heroines. However, if you watch the show, you see it's telling you the exact opposite. That this one L that these girls have taken is just a bump in the road of their stories. Hell, maybe just the start. Maybe there are no winners and losers in the game of love. Just what's meant to be. When one door closes, you have a whole other adventure waiting around the corner, and that's the message of Makeine. That life is so much more than a rom-com. Makeine is my favorite anime of summer 2024, but what are yours? What do you think? Comment your thoughts below. I would love to hear from you. The next video is going to be a big project on my favorite anime of all time, so if you like this video and want to check out more, then subscribe. Follow us on socials because we stream, and thank you to our Patreons. As always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I'm RJ Lane, and this has been On the Rise.